Hello, everyone. My name is Dola Biodun, a student of Brandman University, and I'm going to be presenting my stakeholder educational plan video on the problem of childhood obesity. How big is the problem of childhood obesity? Childhood obesity is a national epidemic in the United States. Body mass index greater than 95% is classified as obesity. It affects children and adolescents between the ages of 2 to 19 years old. According to World Health Organization, it is the most serious health condition of the century. Medical conditions related to obesity includes hypertension, dyslipidemia. You see children that come into the clinics and that are obese, and you check their blood, you check their cholesterol. Their cholesterol is very high. It also has risks of sleep apnea, osteoarthritis, back pain, insulin resistance. You see pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and in these children. It also causes psychological depression, such as psychological problems such as depression, low self-esteem, and poor school performance. My stakeholders include the CEO stroke vice president of the clinics I work at, because I work at a private for-profit organization, and they have to give me permission to conduct the CSP project in the clinic. Also, I will be involving stakeholders, providers, nurse practitioners that will assist with the implementation of the project. Medical assistants will be there to triage participants, get the vitals, demographics, and record weight, height, and of course the body mass index. Front desk will be there to pull charts of participants, call and make appointments for participants and parents to come into the clinic. Participants' parents will be there also as stakeholders to sign consent, help with transportation of participants. My pickle question is in adolescents ages 12 to 18 years old who are overweight and obese in a family practice, how's the use of jump rope with the use of jump rope for 1 hour 3 times a week compared to the current practice? Will it result in a 5% weight loss over 12 weeks period? My my CSP will be based on the nursing theory called the Kip-Lewins change theory. The change theory has three models, which is the unfreezing, the change, and the refreezing. The unfreezing is finding a method for people to let go of an old unproductive pattern. In other words, we want these adolescents to let go of their sedentary lifestyle. It's necessary to overcome the strains of individual resistance for them to move towards a change. The other the other stage is the change stage. The stage change involves the process of change, which is changing the behavior, the feelings, and the thought to be more productive towards physical activity. And then the last stage is the refreezing, which requires establishing the change as an habit. That is, making physical activity a habit. The conceptual framework that we'll be choosing, that I chose, is actually the theory of planned behavior. The theory of planned behavior was founded in 1985, and it does involve the attitudes, the subjective norms, the perceived behavioral control towards an intent. And if that is being changed, then the intent change is, goes into a better behavior, which is hoping to adopt the physical activity lifestyle. Like I said, it was founded in 1985, revised up until 2011. It's been used in several studies to understand adolescent health behaviors. And educational intervention that I'll be presenting to the stakeholders involves etiology of the problem. This problem of childhood obesity is multifaceted. It involves genetic, environmental, physiologic, and psychological factors. But I will be concentrating on the physiological factors. The physiological factors just involves our energy intake, which is greater than the energy output. In other words, the intake, that is the food intake, is way far greater than physical activity for these kids. And what do we see when adolescents adopt a lifestyle of sedentary lifestyle? We do see childhood obesity. This problem involves 1 in 6 children and adolescents are being diagnosed with overweight and obesity. The cost of treatment and complications is about 254 billion is being spent on childhood obesity alone annually in the United States. This is a big problem. The incidence has increased within 2 to 3 folds in the last 2 decades. As you can see right here in my diagram that I'm showing, you can see the steadily increase in childhood obesity. And also the Hispanics are being affected more. Then afterwards, you see the African Americans, then you see the non-Hispanics white, which are affected about 14.7%. This is a very good diagram that just shows how a healthy child has the cycle to turn into an obese adult, because research shows that an obese adolescent likely gets to be an obese adult. And what happens to an obese adult? They get a lot of complications from obesity. My practice change is based on evidence-based practice, which is the recommendation of physical activity. In this case, it's going to be jump roping activity for adolescents that are being diagnosed with overweight and obese, for them to have 60 minutes, that is 5 times a week, of physical activity, like I said, in this form, jump roping. The effects of jump rope is very, very productive, is easily accessible, it's simple to use, able to improve weight and cardiovascular function. Evidence-based practice shows that adolescent girls state that they will be motivated to participate in exercise if perceived fun, and jump roping is fun. And jump roping requires limited space to perform jump roping. It does promote better exercise program for this age group. My clinical scholarly project is going to have participants of 40 adolescents will be recruited between the ages of 12 to 18 years old. There will be male and female. They will be of school grade. We'll be assessing their weight in kilograms, their height in centimeter, and also inches. We'll be calculating their body mass index to make sure that they do fit that criteria of overweight and obesity. They will also have informed consent that the parents will be signing. It will also include questionnaire will be provided to the parents and also to the adolescents, most especially to the adolescents. And I'll be using an example of the Likert scale, which will just assess their ability to perform the physical activity, not really their ability to perform the physical ability, but the change, their behavior, their intent to change, to adopt physical activity. The methods include, like I said, 40 participants will be recruited and they will be assigned randomly to the jump rope exercise and also to the control group, 20 to the jump rope exercise group and 20 to the control group. Their measurements will be measured, height, weight, the body mass index. That's going to be before and after the 12 weeks. Jump rope, they will have the jump rope will be provided to each participant. They will warm up the plan is for them to warm up for 10 minutes. The warm-up exercise can include walking, stretching, or jogging. The main exercise will be for 40 minutes, and then the cool down will be for another 10 minutes. Participants and parents will be seen once a month. That's the plan for evaluation of progress and answer any questions that they have. Every month, they bring the participants and the parents to the clinic. The participants and the parents will be told to keep a log of how often the participants use the jump rope weekly and also for the duration. Participants' BMI will be obtained pre and post intervention. We will never fail to follow up with the participants. Overall, the CSP needs collaboration of all stakeholders for the success of this project, and thank you for your cooperation. These are all my references, and again, this is the end, and thank you.